In this tutorial, we are going to be working on some non-gen ed courses or course pages that maybe have a designation, but those designations are not listed in our coursework menu here. So they're things that could be like human relations courses or language courses and so on. So what we want to do here is after we check our schedule and we find that it either doesn't have a designation or it has a designation that doesn't have a page on our ePortfolio, we're going to go ahead and hover over the menu, click on the lock, hover back over the menu and click on the pencil and paper, and we're going to add those pages in by clicking on Add New Page. You want to start by typing in the course designation if it has one. If it doesn't have one, then you're going to go straight to typing in the number of the course. So for example, if I'm taking Japanese 1010 and that's a language course, I'm going to type in language instead of Japanese 1010. I'm going to add another page and demonstrate with a course that doesn't have a designation, like my MA 1100. Now we're going to move this up by dragging this up above the Learning Outside of Class page and slightly to the right, and just make sure that it lines up with the rest of the subpages. If you pull it a little too far, it's going to turn into a subpage, so we're going to just make sure that it lines up exactly where we need it to with the other pages there. When you finish, go ahead and drag the other one up and line it up as well. You continue to add more pages as you need to, or if you're done, go ahead and click on Save. Once you have saved, go ahead and double click underneath Course Skills, and you're going to hit Enter, and you're going to get rid of this bullet by clicking on the bulleted list and then the bullets. Now click on the double T button and click on Heading, and you're going to type in Other Courses. Hit Enter or Return once, and you're going to turn this back into a paragraph by clicking on Paragraph. Then you're going to add a bullet by clicking on the bullet list and then the bullets. This time you're going to type in either the course designation, as you can see here, and then the course number and name, or if there is no course designation, go ahead and just type the course number and name. So my first one is designated, so I'm going to type in language. Then I'm going to type the parentheses that it belongs with and hit colon. And then I'm going to type in the course number, dash, and then the course name. Hit return and go ahead and add in any other courses that you need. This time I'm going to do one that doesn't have a designation. When you're finished, go ahead and hover over coursework. Then you're going to right click on the page that you just made. So I'm going to start with language, right click, and you're going to copy a link address, and we're going to hyperlink that to this first bullet that we have here. So highlight that first bullet, click on the paperclip, then the link, and go ahead and paste check mark, and then go ahead and do the same for your other courses that you have. So I'm going to demonstrate that once more by right clicking over my page, copying the link address, highlighting my bullet, then paperclip, chain link, paste, and checkmark. Don't forget to also highlight any designations and bold that by clicking on this button here and then the B. When you're done, scroll up, hover over coursework, and then click on the page that you want to work on first. Alright, when you arrive on the page, you'll notice that it looks way different from some of the other pages that you have underneath coursework, and that's because we're starting from scratch. And so if you need help with that, go ahead and just pick on one other class that you haven't worked on yet. So for example, International Global is one that I haven't touched yet, so I'm just going to open that in a new window, and then you can see what you need to do there. So you can either go off of the checklist, or you can just look at it visually and see what you need. So we're going to close this, and we're going to start by adding in an image. So we're going to click on one of the blue plus buttons, and you can click on image and find the options for your images here. So I'm going to use upload file, but if your image is coming from somewhere else like Google Photos, or it's coming from Getty Images, you can use that. But I'm going to use upload file. So when you have your image, you're going to drag it into this area here, or you're going to choose your file. Let's assume we don't have an image yet, so we're going to go up and we're going to find one from the internet, or if you want to, you can use your own. For those of you who don't already have one, you can use Google or you can use Pexels. I'm going to use Pexels and just type in my keyword. Then I'm going to click on the image that I want, download it, and then I can go ahead and close this and go back. And like I said, drag or choose files. I'm just going to drag because I have it there and click on upload. Once it's in your ePortfolio, you can start by resizing it to your liking. So I'm going to just pull it and let's see, make it a little bit smaller, and then we're going to move it to the middle there. And once you have that in, we're going to put in the course information. So you're going to click on the plus symbol again. This time you want some text, so you can click on text and click on enrich text. Start with a heading, so click on heading and type in the course designation if it has one. For mine, it actually does have one, so I'm going to type in that designation and then the parentheses, give it a colon, and then if yours doesn't have a designation, this is where you'll start. You just type in the course number and name. Then go ahead and hit enter and turn this back into a paragraph, and you're going to start with the sentence that maybe explains why you're taking this class or what it fulfills. So I'm going to bring this up again just so you guys can see what that says. So the sentence says, to fulfill my international global credit I took, and I'm just going to copy that. If you want to, you can do the same and then just swap out that part that's wrong right here. So I'm going to close this down for a sec and click back in here, and I'm just going to paste that in there. And remember to switch this out, and I'm going to put language and then the name of your course. And just give it a period. So if you don't have this part, you can just talk about why you're maybe taking this course and then hit enter or return. And the next part is to put in a course description or your own introduction, depending on what your professor is asking you for. If they haven't even specified it, then you can go ahead and just put a course description in. In my other video, I was showing you guys how to find that in the syllabus, but I'll show you another way to find it as well. If you go to the main SLCC website, you can click on current students and it'll bring up this menu that you see here. Click on catalog, and then you should be able to look through the sidebar here to kind of figure out where your class is, and then once you pull it up, it'll look something similar to this here. So you'll usually find that there's a course description somewhere towards the top like I have here. It is a paragraph that is explaining what the course is about. So this is my paragraph here. I'm going to right click and copy it. Then I'm going to go back to my ePortfolio and just paste it right underneath. When you're finished, go ahead and click on this wheel button here, and we can actually line everything so it's centered like that. Then the next part would be to add in your signature, assignment, or reflection. If you want to go ahead and add in the little boxes for that now, go ahead and follow me by clicking on the blue button, and you want a rich text, which is right here, or like I said, you can click on text and then rich text to find it. This is going to stay as a paragraph, and we're going to type signature assignment. When you're ready, you're just going to paste in your assignment underneath, or you can put it in as a PDF viewer and so on. Then go ahead and add another rich text, and this time you're going to type in reflection, and you would hit enter, and then you can either type in your reflection right there or you can copy and paste it. Once you're done with everything and you have all your assignments in there and your reflections, you want to hit publish changes. Doing so will allow your professors to actually see all your work, and then the next part would be to share your link. So if I was sending this to my Japanese 1010 instructor, I would go ahead and copy this, make sure that's highlighted, copy, and then you can send that through Canvas or email. Once you have that done, go ahead and work on another page and so on. Also, if you need to learn how to put in your assignment, there is a specific video that you can watch to learn how to put in different types of assignments.